What's going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2Times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Let's get right into the story. Doing the right things in today's world is hard work. With so much negative influence everywhere, it's easy to slip up and fall off track. But every now and again, you will see a young man or young woman that's super focused and understands their mission in this journey we call life. The scary part of doing right is there's always somebody out here that's doing wrong. Which, like I was told, stay out their way, and if it don't apply, let it fly. Meaning as long as that energy doesn't come your way, you can't judge how a person decides to live their life. But it becomes a problem when someone on that type time takes it from robbing and hustling in the streets to targeting civilians and people who are trying to make an honest living to support their families. Honestly, that's the hardest transition to make, coming from a street mindset and turning your life around for the better. Now you feel vulnerable, like you become a target yourself because you understand what people look for, easy licks, and being at the wrong place at the wrong time when someone is looking for a come up can be fatal. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we will be taking it to Las Vegas, Nevada to discuss a case of a young father's early morning trip to a store that turned deadly. Back in 2021, 24-year-old Kashif Brown was a young man trying to navigate life. He had previously graduated from Desert Rose High School in North Las Vegas, and after that, went straight to work, eventually getting married and having 3 baby girls, who the young man lived for. His main focus was to go to work and provide for his wife and kids. On his down times, Kashif spent time with his family. He didn't play the clubs or the streets and really stepped into his role as a family man with dreams to one day work for himself and start his own business. With a 5-year-old, 4-year-old, and 3-year-old, all girls, the young father had his hands full and was on grind mode. That means long hours, early mornings, and late nights. In the early hours of March 22nd, Kashif got up to head to his landscaping job, but first he wanted to make sure he had gas for the week since it was a Monday morning. The young man left the house in his whip and headed to a Circle K gas station located in the 300 block of Valley View Boulevard, close to Meadows Lane and Alta Drive. The time was about 3:15 a.m. when Kashif pulled up to a pump, entered the store to purchase $40 in gas and a pack of gum. But little did he know, it was a man and woman in the area lurking, looking for a person to rob. As he exited the store, a Chrysler 300 slowly pulled up to the pump right next to him. A man got out the car, moving kind of sneaky. Not worried about it, Kashif kept pumping his gas when a man from the Chrysler ran over, up the blick, and demanded cash from the young man. Before seconds later, multiple shots went off, and the man ran back to the Chrysler and drove off. But Kashif was already hit. The store clerk and a few witnesses called local police, who responded to the scene. Unfortunately, the young father would not survive the attack. As an investigation started, the only lead detectives had was shell casings, surveillance footage showing a Chrysler but no tag number, a grainy picture of a suspect, and a bag of grass left on the scene. As Kashif's family was notified about the situation, they were heartbroken. Police and the family decided to hold a press conference at the gas station to ask for the public's help. His mother spoke out about the young man not being in any trouble. He only went to work and came home to his family. She didn't understand how a regular working man trying to survive could be a target. A reward was offered for any information, and detectives gave a bag of grass to the lab to see if there were any DNA left on it. While waiting on the results, calls would come in from people stating they saw a man and woman in the parking lot of the store that day, sitting in the car just looking. The man was driving, and one person even stated the lady name, who we will call Ava, as she allegedly told them her and that person driving were getting high on girl that night when they decided to pull a move early that morning. A name for the man would eventually come out: 34-year-old Roderick Lee. DNA results came back from the bag of grass found on the scene that allegedly had Roger's DNA and the woman's. Eventually, Roger was tracked down and arrested. A search of his phone records showed texts between him and his girlfriend about the robbery and hit. He was charged with first-degree murder and booked into Clark County Jail, held without bail. It was later determined it was a robbery attempt gone wrong. Kashif's family spoke out to Roderick, stating he took a father and man who didn't bother anyone just for a random act and trying to get some fast cash. The woman with him that morning was never charged. As of now, the case hasn't made the trial, and Roderick is innocent until proven otherwise. Rest in peace to Kashif. I send my deepest prayers and condolences to his family, especially his 3 little girls, whose father was took for nothing. It's crazy how you could be doing everything you supposed to do, going to work, taking care of your family, and going to get gas before work can cost you your life, or running with somebody on that type time who is out here moving reckless. I'm confused on what he thought he was going to get from shorty. At most, a few dollars, but sadly to some, that's all life is worth. So remember, we got to succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Man, crazy story. Rest in peace to that young man. It's really a senseless situation, but I notice sometimes, man, when people out there and they ain't in their right state of mind, they look at somebody and think you got more than what they got, so it's worth taking that chance. But now you facing life in prison. I don't even think he got nothing from shorty. I ain't showed the video, which is crazy, but it seemed like it was a little struggle, and then shots went off, man. So, you know, people out here, you catching them off guard. It's early in the morning. That man probably ain't even had no money. He probably put his last 40 in the tank. You know how that be. You out here working, trying to survive, trying to support your family. You ain't thinking you no target. But unfortunately, some people think like that, man. Real messed up situation. But I ain't gonna talk y'all head off. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. Remember to definitely keep it respectful. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. This another episode of Hood Tales. This your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.